I hope you're ready to see me totally geek out today during the coffee chat because we are talking all about crystals. This is my mini collection and we are going deep because a couple days ago one of my really good coach friends reached out to me saying, hey, I got this random bag of crystals and I have no idea what they are. Can you help me figure them out, how to use them? And I've been using crystals in my own life for 3 years now probably, and love them. So I wanted to give a really basic overview of the best crystals to get for beginners, kind of like a crystal starter pack, how to charge them, how to clear them, how to use them throughout your day, how to pick new ones, how to find more research that's accurate. So I'm going to be sharing it all. And if you've never used crystals before, this is the perfect video for you. So the first things to know about crystals is they are simply holding energy. Everything in this world has energy, right? Maybe you've gone hiking or you've gone to the ocean before and you feel a really calming energy. That's because the ocean and mountains have negative ions they give off, aka energy, like back to science class where you have the positive and the negative ions. The same exact thing. So just how the ocean makes you feel really calm, a crystal like amethyst can help you feel really calm as well without having to drive away to the ocean. Because if you're like me in Vermont, you're landlocked and there is no ocean. So every crystal, depending on the color and where it's from, have a different meaning. And my absolute favorite ones, if you're a beginner, and I know this is what everyone wants to hear, what crystals should I start with? My absolute favorite ones for beginners are these 5. So first things first, I call this the basic bitch of crystals. It is a rose quartz. And because of the filter I'm using, it looks white. It's a light pink color. And rose quartz, I call it the basic bitch because everybody has them. I feel it's the most popular one. And this one is for love, whether it's with a romantic partner or self-love. It's love in all aspects. So rose quartz is a really popular one. I love using it. And this one is a sphere shape, which we'll get into what the shapes mean and how it affects the energy and where it's going in a moment. But rose quartz, basic bitch. They're also, the more common they are, the more inexpensive they are. So rose quartz and all the crystals I'm going to mention today, you could probably get for under $5 at any crystal shop. There are some crazy expensive ones, and don't worry, you don't have to have millions of dollars to start a crystal collection. But once you start, you're going to want to keep buying them. It's going to be an issue. But that's the first one, rose quartz. Another really, really common one people hear of all the time is amethyst. It's a pretty purple color. And like I said, this is super common. These are super cheap, maybe $1 for this rock at a crystal shop. And it's used for calming and relaxing. So I like to use it during my yoga practice, or I like to, I put it on top of the door in my office. I have one on either like piece of trim on the door, so that way you have to walk through like this calming field before you come into my office. So I use them personally, like put them on me. I always have them tucked to my bra or like the little pocket in my leggings, or I'll put them around the house for decorating, and I'll talk about that in a second. But amethyst is a really good one to have, especially if you have anxiety or you struggle sleeping and just relaxing in general. Amethyst is a great one to have. Another one that I love, because I am a business owner and all of my entrepreneurs need this crystal, it is citrine. Citrine is like the go-to abundance crystal. Everybody uses it. I tuck it into my wallet. I have it sitting on my desk all the time. I have this my cute little Ray Dunn tray. And I put my pens in there, and then I put crystals in the side one. This is a huge hunk of pyrite, which is also an abundance crystal. But citrine is an abundance one, and it also is for positivity. It connects to it's in between your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, and all of the crystals connect to a chakra as well, which I'll get into. But citrine's a really great one if you need a little boost of positivity and energy in your day, or if you're trying to manifest more money. Keep this on you, tuck it in your bra, put it in your wallet, wherever you keep money in your house. If you have a safe, if you're really bougie, put a piece of citrine in there, and it works, I promise. And then the last 2 are kind of similar ones. They look really similar, but they have different uses. And this, again, is a really common one. It is clear quartz. I actually have a cracked quartz here, which is why you see those lines in it. But clear quartz is, how do I describe it? It will amplify any crystal you put it with, and it also can be used in any way. So Clear quartz is like a blank canvas for you to use anyway. And I'll talk about this when we're discussing charging your crystals, but it's not, you don't just put this in your bra and you're like, cool, I'm good to go. You have to charge it with an intention. So for example, amethyst, like I said, is for calming, and I'll charge it with the intention that I want to be calm and relaxed. Clear quartz, you can charge it with any intention you want basically, because it doesn't really, like I said, it'll amplify whatever you put it next to. So a lot of people use clear quartz in a grid. So, they'll put a bunch of like amethyst stones around it or a bunch of rose quartz or whatever it may be to amplify them. You can also just use it to amplify whatever intention you set with it throughout the day. And then the last crystal I love is selenite. This in particular is a selenite slab, but selenite I refer to as liquid light. It will clear all negative energies, and that's why I have it in a slab, so I can put my other crystals on top of it, and it'll clear them for me. And if you're wondering what the heck clearing a crystal is, before you use one, so when you go to the crystal shop and you pick them out, and this is how I pick out all of my crystals. I walk into the shop, I look around, and I'm like, that's pretty, and I buy it. That's how I do it, because I like to let my intuition guide me, and I always trust that whatever I need in that moment or whatever I need in the next few weeks, I will find with my intuition. And then later on, after I go buy it, I'll either ask the lady at the shop, or they even have a dictionary there as well, where I can look it up and be like, oh, okay, this crystal is for self-confidence. You know what? I actually need a lot of that right now. And my intuition has never led me wrong. So always, you can go to a crystal shop and buy these like 5 basic crystals that I mentioned. You can also get them on Etsy. There is an Instagram on here that I loved called Illuminate Your Vibe. I trust them if you're looking for an online crystal shop, but I love going to a physical one, and most major cities have one, and you can literally just walk around, touch them, look at them. The shop owners are usually really knowledgeable, and they can help you. But like I said, I just go and pick up whatever I want, and then I look up the meaning of it later, and I use this book for it. I actually got this from my crystal shop. This is the book they have there, and basically you can just open it, and it shows you what the crystal looks like, physical uses, spiritual uses. It'll give you warnings, like some crystals you can't put in water, some crystals get sun bleached. So this book is a really good resource if you're getting into crystals. But like I said, go to the shop, pick up whatever catches your eye, then look it up later, and you're gonna be like, oh, that is so right, it's exactly what I need right now. But before you use it, so you came home with your crystals, you have them in your hand, before you start using them daily, you need to clear and charge them. So like I said at the beginning, everything holds energy. And if somebody was using the crystal before you, or if somebody was in the crystal shop and they were really negative, the crystal can pick up that energy. And you don't want that. You want to fill it with your positive energy. So first things first, you want to clear your crystal. And it can be easy as putting it in water. Mind you, not all crystals can go in water, so I usually don't recommend this, but it's one of the easiest way. You can put your crystal in water for a couple hours. That will clear it. You can leave your crystal out under a full moon. So look up when your next full moon is and just leave it outside in the moonlight. Just make sure to take it in before it gets really sunny out, because again, some crystals can get sun bleached and lose their color, like amethyst or citrine. And then the easiest way that I find, and this, I'm all about ease in life, is I use my selenite slab. Because then every day at the end of the day, I could just take the crystal out of my bra, throw it on the slab, leave it overnight, come back in the morning, it's completely cleared, and then it can charge it. So there's tons of ways to clear your crystal. You can even smudge it if you have sage or Palo Santo. You can just rub or, put the sage underneath it, let the smoke surround it, and that's one way to clear it. And then after they're cleared, whether you use selenite or the moon or water or smudging or whatever it is, after they're cleared, you have to charge them. And no, you're not going to plug your iPhone cable into your crystal. You simply hold it in your hands. So I like to hold it in my right hand, because your right hand is the one that pushes energy out. Your left one is the one that accepts energy. So I like to put it in my right hand, and I just close my eyes. And whatever intention I want to set for the day, or if I'm making a grid that's going to stay up in my office for a while, I'll set the intention of the goal I'm trying to hit. But if I'm using it day to day, just imagine whatever I want this day. So maybe for my business today, I have a goal of signing up a new client. I will visualize that as much as I need to get the feeling and then I shoot it down my arm. And if you've never worked with energy before, I may sound completely crazy, but I promise if you sit here and think about your goal long enough, you start to get this tingly feeling, and eventually you can start pushing it down your arm. And it really depends on how long you have to charge it. It depends on you. If it's a really hard goal, or you have a lot of doubts, or you're newer to this, it may take you a few minutes of thinking about it to charge your crystal. If you do it all of the time and it's something really simple for you, it could take 10 seconds. And it's up to you. You'll know when it's charged. And like I said, I know when it's charged when I push the energy from this thought I'm having up here down my arm, and I visualize like this golden energy going down my body into my hand. And now that it's charged, you can use it. So when it comes to using crystals, there's a million ways, just like there's a million crystals. My favorite is to just take the smoother stones like this, the little tumbled ones, and put them in my bra or your leggings if they have a little pocket. You can put them in your purse, you can put them in your wallet, just have them around you wherever you'd like. I know other people will decorate with them, so they'll have huge pieces of amethyst in their bedroom to help with sleep. They'll have big pieces of rose quartz in there as well if they have a partner. I love to put selenite slabs like this in all of the windows in the house, or at least one in every room, to help clear the energy and keep it really light and good in there. People will also have, I'm sure you've seen these crystal water bottles where you infuse the water that you drink with the crystal energy. So this is a rose quartz one. Rose quartz is safe in water. Clear quartz is safe in water. The only crystal I've shown you that you can't put in water is selenite. Selenite's actually a type of salt, so it will dissolve over time. Mind you, it doesn't happen instantaneously. I've definitely dropped selenite slabs in water. I've dropped some crystals in the toilet because I forget they're tucked in my bra, and I'll go to get changed, and a lot has happened. But it won't dissolve automatically, but you can't leave them submerged in water. But if they're selling a crystal water bottle like this, 99% of the time they know that it's water safe, so you can infuse your water with different crystals. You could also get candles like this one that's infused, again the lighting's fucking it up, but that's infused with citrine for abundance, and you can light it while you're working on your money mindset, or you can light it while you're working your business. What's all the other ways people use crystals? I'm trying to think what else. You can wear them. Oh, there's jewelry. I still have it, I just haven't worn it in a while. I used to wear a shungite necklace. There's different earrings. You could use them a million different ways. And you could also just hold them while you're meditating. That's probably the most common way. Not everyone puts them in their bra like me because I'm a little crazy, but the most common thing is people would just hold them while they're meditating, or they'll hold the crystal over their chakra. So for example, amethyst is a crown chakra. It also kind of ties into your third eye as well, but people will just put it on the top of their head as they're meditating. Or, if you feel really blocked in your heart one, you can hold a rose quartz there, or green aventurine, or anything else. And the crystal colors, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the colors go along with your chakras. So a red crystal or a black one is your root chakra, and then it goes up to orange for your sacral, and then yellow for your solar plexus, and then green for your heart, and then blue for your throat, and so on and so forth. So if you feel blocked in a certain area of your life and you know what chakras are, you could go into a crystal shop and look at crystals based on color to decide which one you may want. But also, like I said, you could just go in there and be like, ooh, this one's pretty, and buy it, and then see what it means later on using a book like this. Or there's also energymuse.com that I use as well. But that's basically everything you need to know about crystals. And just super quick recap, the 5 basic crystals that I recommend everyone get started with is amethyst, selenite, clear quartz, rose quartz, and citrine. Before you use them, make sure you charge them either under the moonlight or in water if it's a water safe crystal, or using a smudge stick or even a selenite slab like I have, and then charge them with your intention before you use them. So hold them in your hand, picture what you want to occur, and then wear them throughout the day. And every time you feel your crystal in your bra, or you're holding it, or you see it, remember what your intention was and bring it back. And remember, crystals are just a tool. They aren't magical in and of themselves. You are the magic. They are just a tool to help remind you of your own magic and amplify it a little bit. So you have the magic, you have the power within you. Crystals are just a beautiful way to remind you of that. And I'll end the call with this. If you're a beginner to crystals, this may happen to you as well, where you have a whole collection. It's a problem. It's a problem. But like I said, a lot of crystals aren't super expensive. If you want a huge point like this, it could be $30, $40, $50, sometimes $100, depending on size and the type of crystal. If you want little tumbled stones, a couple dollars here and there, depending on how rare it is. But go find your local crystal shop, pick up, the 5 that I recommended for beginners, and then shop around. See what calls out to you, see what resonates with you, and then go look it up and see how you need that in your life right now and carry it with you and enjoy it. And remember, if you have any questions about crystals at all, I am more than happy to chat about them. If you couldn't tell, I love them a lot. So if you have questions, feel free to send me a DM, and I'll see you next week for another coffee chat.